at the end, I was really wanting to know where he came from. Like,
where he was adopted, right?
Yeah. Because there's something like where the narrator or something was like it was at the end referring to, where did he come from, whatever.
Right.
So I wanted them to, figure out his long lost past and get over it or something.
But, did you guys end up, I found myself hating Heathcliff, especially towards the end. Did any of you?
Yeah, I really hated him just because the way he treated, young Catherine. She didn't, there wasn't anything she did to deserve, the abuse.
It was like his mission in life was to make everyone else miserable.
Just as miserable as he was. I think he wanted to make everyone as miserable as he was.
Well, I mean, and he ruined Isabella's life. He ruined Hareton's life until he met young Catherine. He ruined,
whose life didn't he ruin?
Linton's life.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Whose life didn't he ruin?
Which character did you guys like the least?
That's hard.
Madeline hated them all.
Except Nellie and then the narrator guy.
I liked Hareton.
The non-character.
The one.
Wait, are
I
we
liked
doing who
Hareton,
we liked
the one
the most
where.
or the least?
Who'd you like the least? I didn't like the first Catherine that much.
She was annoying.
Yeah.
She didn't know what she wanted. She thought she could have both because
Yeah.
she's just such a great person that she thought of her. She thought highly of herself.
Yeah, what redeeming quality did she have?
Nothing.
She was very pretty. That's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I think I liked
then-
both Catherine and Heathcliff the least, which is really bad because they're like the main characters.
Totally fine.
I don't think Emily Bronte wrote this for you to like any of them.
Yeah.
For you to be emotionally invested in any of the characters.
No, I wasn't emotionally invested in any of them. I guess maybe that's why I didn't hate anyone and I didn't really like anyone because I wasn't emotionally invested in any of them.
I was just annoyed by them.
Did you find yourself where you were like, I need to change this. If I was there, this would be happening.
No. But that's
I didn't think that.
I think.
So, we also had parallel characters. Like, I think she did it
Really
on purpose.
Obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with
The same
Heathcliff and Linton. Oh, no, Heathcliff versus Edgar and Catherine versus Isabella. Like, the same sex. And you could just compare and contrast, like, their upbringing with different upbringings. But then, as Emily mentioned earlier, like, you have their children born, and they're just, like, a mixture of their parents.
Yep.
Like...
And the same thing was going on with young Catherine is her mom. She had
Was
the love triangle between Linton and Hareton.
Just like her mom.
Just like her mom with Heathcliff and Edgar. So.
And she still had, like, that temper of her mother that kept getting her into trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were there any characters that you really wanted to hear more about? Like, because I really wanted to hear more about Hareton Earnshaw. Since he ended up being, like, the knight in shining armor.
In the first part. Like,
Huh?
how he was connected. Like, who was his mother? I really thought that, like, in the first couple
Was it
pages,
France?
Catherine was his mother.
Wait, was it is that the one Frances and she died?
Who's
Who?
Francis? I need to, like, go back.
Well,
and
I
figure
just
this out.
looked
Hareton's
at the
parent?
before I left. That's why.
Okay, so who is Francis?
Didn't Frances? I don't.
Hareton's mom or dad was Catherine's brother.
Older brother.
And
Older
And
brother.
was that
Frances.
guy who was always drunk?
Yeah.
Yes. Henley.
And then he finally died.
Henley, right?
Yeah.
He was like the first one to
And
go,
wasn't
besides his wife.
Henley had him with a girl named
Okay,
Frances?
so Hareton was
Yeah,
Hindley.
and she died in childbirth.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Okay, got it. Thank you.
All these women dying of childbirth.
I know, it's depressing.
Different times back then. Everyone survives nowadays. It's weird to think that you would die after childbirth.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with me not knowing that much about Harrington, it just made... Did you guys find the ending that unexpected? Or...
I thought it was obvious.
You guys saw
The only people left.
Huh?
They're the only people left. Like, the only other thing that could have happened is she ended up with the narrator person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
If she was going to end up with her.
I have told Danielle this, but I put the book down, like, when Heathcliff was practically terrorizing young Catherine with Linton and taking away all her money. Because I just couldn't figure out how it could possibly end happily. Because I thought she would just be doomed. So that's why I found the ending. Like, I found the ending unexpected. It was because there was a happy end. I didn't think there would be. Huh?
Did you guys like Linton at all?
No.
No.
Like, what did you think about him?
I think I hated him the most. Yeah, if I had to be like emotionally invested in a character, it would be him because I hated him so much.
Well, so? he got the worst of both of his parents too.
Yeah, he really did. Poor kid. He could.
So no wonder he turned out the worst.
Well, and he could have had a different life if Heathcliff had just let him live with his uncle. With Edgar.
Right.
But
do people really marry their first cousins?
Yeah, I thought that
they
was
used
really
to back
cool.
then.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever read or seen the play The Importance of Being Earnest, the ending, they marry their cousins.
Well, what's his face? Not Shakespeare, but the other guy. He married his cousin. The other guy. That's really descriptive, Danielle.
The other face.
That other guy in literature.
And then in Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Collins was their cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't say what degree.
I mean, they didn't
of
end up
cousinhood.
together, right? But he wanted to.
Yeah. I always assumed he was more distant cousin.
Mr. Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just assumed he was their cousin. I didn't. We studied The Importance of Being Earnest in my English class, and she, told us that it was normal back then to marry your cousin, because you kept the breeding in the family.
Yeah. I think I learned
And then,
somewhere along the road.
Anastasia, the Russian princess that everybody thought had lived or whatever, they were so interbred that her younger brother had hemophilia? Maybe?
Yeah, we learned about that in my genetics class.
Yeah. He had some disease where if he, got so much as a paper cut, he could die because he just wouldn't be able to stop bleeding. Is that hemophilia?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But he got it because they were so inbred.
Yeah, when you inbreed like that, it causes extra issues.
Problems. Lots of problems.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Don't marry his cousin.
Feelings towards your cousin.
Don't.
Just say no.